Good morning everyone. You might remember recently I shared a post from General Danny Lim, MMDA chairman, asking for volunteers to come and clean up Manila Bay. And there's quite a lot of people here already. It's around 7 AM right now. Over there you have Angkas. It's good to see them here. They're going through a bit of a battle at the moment, but hopefully they'll be fully legalized soon. Over here you have the Navy, Philippine Navy. Over there DPS from Manila, so that's good that they're also sending people. If you look at all those people with the fluorescent jackets, they're all MMDA, and yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. From what I heard, a lot of people have been here since around 5 AM. Actually, I planned to go here earlier, but wasn't feeling too good this morning, so 7 AM. So let's take a little look. You can see they've got sacks here. I don't know if they brought them with them or if they were provided, because MMDA are giving sacks to people, but you need to bring your own gloves. You can see they're basically just pulling the trash out of the sand. Sometimes you'll see huge amounts of trash here in the water. I've shown that in the past, but right now it's not looking too bad. Like I said, there have been people here since 5 in the morning, and they were also here last weekend. Over here you can see they're handing out rakes and brooms and things like that, different equipment. They've got sacks, so all you really need to do is bring yourself and some gloves. There's a lot more MMDA here than I realized, a lot more. Of course, it was the president that asked for Manila Bay to be cleaned up. He wants it to be safe and clean, so MMDA have stepped up to the task. But they're not doing it alone. So many different groups have volunteered their time, not just today but also last week, and you know, even before this there have been groups that have been cleaning up this area. So it's really a group effort from everyone in the country, and yeah, big thanks to everyone who volunteers their time to do this. It's a weekend, and I'm sure people would love to be watching movies and relaxing in bed and whatever else, but instead they've gone here to help clean up, and I think that means a lot. That's probably why there's not much trash here either, because there's so many people. They can get through the work very quickly. Although if they go to estero Magdalena, the squatters are back and all the trash is back, so they might also want to try tackle that area, because of course a lot of that trash ends up here eventually. The PRRC did actually relocate all the squatters. They found them homes and relocated them, but I'm not sure if it's the same squatters that came back or if they're new squatters. Sometimes what happens is they'll sell their new house and just move back into the city. So yeah, maybe there's so many people here, maybe they can spread out and go to the esteros also. I think the MMDA will also be launching these boats, although I'm not exactly sure where they're gonna go, because I don't really see much trash in the water itself. I think it's already been washed into the shore, but I don't know, maybe we can join them and see exactly what they're gonna do. Over here there's a guy selling fish and there's a cat eagerly waiting. I think it would be so funny if he just ran in and grabbed a fish and then ran away. There's a guy over here feeding these kitties. I'm not exactly sure what they're eating, but they seem to be enjoying it. I just spoke to someone now. They said they'll be moving on to the esteros. I think January 27 they said. Oh, there's actually a lot of trash up here. So they will be doing the esteros also, but right now Manila Bay is the main focus. And I can tell you, over here the water smells absolutely terrible. It's awful. And as I progress further along, the smell disappears, so I guess it's really where that water was flowing in down there. Wherever it's coming from, I guess must be heavily polluted or just corrupted with sewage. Anyway, you can see there's lots of trash up here, so there is still quite a bit to be collected. Honestly, it's hard to make this into an exciting video, but what they're doing is important, and it should be shown so people at least know what's happening. Of course, it's not just big groups like Angkas and MMDA and the Navy. It's also individuals who saw the call for help and came out to do their part. There are actually some children swimming in here. I'm pretty sure if I swam in there, I'm going to be very sick. But you know, if you start young, maybe you can build up a resilience to anything, I guess. So now here at Estero de Magdalena, and over here is a temporary structure from the DNR. They'll be the ones that are leading the cleanup operation by the looks of it. So if you're wondering about this trench here, they're going to build a wall, and then there's going to be a nice walkway here covered with trees and things like that. I've seen some mock-up pictures and they do look nice, but I think they're going to have a hard time, first of all, relocating people, and then secondly, keeping them away, stopping them from coming back, or new people from occupying the space. And of course on the other side it's much worse. There's a lot more trash. It's not quite as bad as last time, but it is building up again. And the problem is that when they finish with their stuff, they just throw it in the water, and this feeds into the bigger system and spreads trash everywhere basically. I'm actually trying to work out if these are the same buildings or if they've been rebuilt. I was here when the MMDA and the PRRC were doing demolition, but I didn't stay for the whole day, so I know for sure a bunch of the houses down there were demolished. But these ones, they look very similar to before. I'm gonna have to compare it to my previous footage to work it out. I also remember the washing machine being there last time. The thing is, they do have running water, they do have electricity. Where it comes from, well, who knows? I'm pretty sure it doesn't come from a meter. A lot of them have antennas as well on top for internet, 3G, LTE internet. So, you know, they do okay. And if you look inside, they have TVs. So it's not exactly a terrible life, but it's also not the most comfortable because, well, they don't have plumbing for a start, so all their pee and poop also goes into the water, so it smells a little bit. Probably subject to a lot of illnesses, also infections, things like that, because it's not very sanitary. So it's not the most comfortable life, but it's yeah. I just spoke to one guy, asked him about the relocation. He didn't seem to know anything about it, so I'm not sure if these are the same people from before or new people. So I just spoke to a young girl now and she explained the situation. She said many of them were relocated, and if you look over there you can see that a lot of the houses have gone. But what she said is many of them stayed because they don't have the required paperwork to be relocated. They said that's still in progress. I don't know exactly what kind of paperwork they need, but that's what she told me. So there are still a lot of families living here, less than before, but still quite a lot. And unfortunately this is the side effect, is that all the trash goes here, all the pee and poop. There's no kind of filtration system or treatment system. So yes, unfortunately this is one of the root causes of trash making it into the bay in the first place and making it into the river system. Like I said, it's not as bad as before, because before you could basically walk across this because it was solid with trash, but right now it's not quite so bad. You can see all the water lines running, just water running constantly basically, electric wires all over the place. Not particularly safe, but they do survive and they get by day to day. It's a hard life, so yeah. Now back at Manila Bay, and there's not many people left here. I think because this whole section here is really quite clean already. You can see the ANCAS guys are having a bit of a meeting at the moment, but there's still a lot of MMDA operating down there, so let's go see how they're going. You can see the cleanup continues over here. Certainly not as many people as earlier, but of course a lot of the cleanup's already done, so don't need as many people. So let's keep going down and see how things are going. Oh, nearly fell down there. It's a little bit slippery on these rocks. I can see this man has a reusable bag. That's probably a good idea because it's better than filling up plastic bags. There's a lot of people along here offering massages. I'm actually tempted to do it because my back is pretty sore right now, and it's one more experience to tick off in life, I guess, having a massage by the bay. Here goes another full bag of trash. Good to see. And you'll see they've got long tongs so they can get down into the crevices and pull stuff out. Very useful tool. I can see a lot of people wearing orange over here. What do their shirts say? Okay, thank you. So I just asked them. They're from the vendor association along Baywalk. So that's very good to see, because one of the complaints is that vendors often leave their trash behind. So it's good to see responsible vendors and those that are giving back to the community. And over here is Francis Martinez, the head of the Metro Parkway Clearing Group. Over here some more bags of trash that's been collected. They're already putting it into the dump truck. Now of course these boats serve multiple purposes. It can be used during rescue, but it can also be used for trash cleanup. There's jumping fish here also. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. Right now there's not a lot of trash here, but this is the kind of thing that they're catching: plastic bags, plastic bottles and things like that. Over here you can see some men fishing. That's probably where those fish came from earlier. guess they would probably benefit from having nets also. Maybe that's something they can be equipped with for next week. Over here you can see they're practicing their rowing. So pretty much everyone's gone home now. There's just one girl in the corner here by herself, still clearing up trash, which is good to see. I wonder if she's associated with any organization or just here by herself. Good morning. You're with any organization or?
No, I'm alone.
But just by yourself?
Yeah.
Student?
No, I'm working at LGUs.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, as a call center agent.
Call center agent.
Yeah.
What time did you go here today?
Around
8 a.m. Oh, you're just by yourself now. There's nobody left, but it's good that you're still... Okay, so anyway, thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
What time are you staying until?
Until 12.
Until 12. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm being told off by the security guard here because we're next to the US Embassy. The thing is, this is still public property and I'm not pointing the camera at the US Embassy. Anyway, I have the statistics for today. One truck, 2.28 tons of trash collected, MMDA personnel 200, volunteer 161, so a total of 361 people clearing up Manila Bay today. So I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe you can consider joining us in the future. Thanks for watching.